Hello everyone, how are you all? Hope you are doing well, studying well at home. Today we are going to take the next topic in Russian Revolution, that is coming of socialism to Europe. In the last video we have discussed industrial society and social change, that how because of industrial revolution societies in Europe they started getting changed. Urbanization took place, new cities came up, then also men, women, children started going to factories to work, and then we have seen what problems they faced: long working hours, then bad working conditions and poor wages, right? So now we will be continuing with the same chapter with the next topic, coming of socialism to Europe. I'll make you clear what is socialism, don't worry, because in this chapter we'll be using the word socialism again and again. So we'll study what is socialism in this today's video. Let us get started. By the mid-19th century, ideas of socialism had become well known in Europe. So socialist ideas, they became very popular in Europe by mid-19th century. Now when I say mid-19, it means near 1850s. Okay. So socialist, now here before we study this, first let us see what was the idea of socialist. Okay. Socialists were against private property. This you keep in mind throughout your class 9 as well as 10, means till the time you are studying history, that socialists were always against private property. Okay. They hated private property. Reason is this, that according to them, if someone is the owner of private property, he always tries to make that property more and more profitable. That actually this is not problematic, but problem arises when the person owner of the property is concerned only with the profit of his. Okay, let us say one owner of factory, he is never concerned with the welfare of workers, though these are the workers those who make their property profitable, right? So without workers, the owner of the factory cannot run the factory by his own, right? So but he is never concerned with the welfare of workers. He will never think to raise their wages or to provide them better conditions or provide them any other facilities, or he will always want that workers should work for more and more hours so he is able to make more profit, right? And with this what happens, those who are rich they become more rich, and those who are poor they become more poor, right? So this was the major idea of socialist people, that if there will be no private property, if all the means of production, now you notice means of production, they wanted that all the means of production they should be owned by the government, not by the individuals. If it will happen, then no exploitation by the owners and then to the workers. Okay. So this was a major idea of socialist people, that everything, all the means of production, whether we talk about agriculture fields, okay, or we talk about manufacturing industries, any other industry, service industries, all should be owned by government. Individuals should not be the owners of properties, because if there is private property, then it leads to the social evils in society. I hope I am making concept clear. So major idea of socialists was that private property is the root of all social evils. It is very potential. One more question again. Question comes that what according to socialism is the root of all social evils? So you will write private property. So now there were in Europe, there were different philosophers, those who have given their ideas regarding, if you also see, if there will be no private property, how society will run, right? Actually when we are saying that one system has to be removed of private property, then there needs to be some other system which will run the society or the government. Okay. So few philosophers, they have given their ideas. One such philosopher was Robert Owen. He was French, English philosopher, right? Sorry. Robert Owen built a cooperative community called New Harmony, Indiana in USA. We'll talk about him. Louis Blanc, to divide the work according to the work done by the members. Then Karl Marx. We'll be reading about these three philosophers, okay, today. So let us see here. Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, they were, remember these two names, They were well-known socialists who believed that the profits earned by the factory owners are produced by the workers. Again, same thing as I said you before. Whatever profit is earned by the owner of the industry who produced that profit, it is produced by the workers. So Marx contended that all property should be owned by society as whole, okay, not by the individuals. So all property should be owned by the society. Such societies would be communist society. So this term also I think has become clear to you. What is communist society? It means that where all the property is owned by the society as whole, there is no private property concept. Okay, means individuals are not the owners of property, but property is of the whole society. This is communist society. These ideas spread to Europe by mid-19th century. Now socialists over different regions formed the Second International to coordinate their efforts to spread the socialist ideas. Now we'll come to this point later. First I'll take you somewhere else where things are more clear. Now means of production were owned by rich individuals in Europe. Actually not only in Europe, everywhere in the world. All the means of production, they were owned by the rich individuals. It is very obvious that who has money, they will only own the means of production, right? Then though individuals who owned property gave jobs to the others, but they were concerned only about their profit. Now these people, those who were the owners of industries, they did not do everything wrong actually. They also provided jobs to the people, but at the same time they were concerned only about their profit. This was the problem. But the profit was generated by the workers who worked in factories. You can see workers, if workers will not work in industry, one owner cannot, make parts of his body then work at different places and all, right? So workers are needed. It is the workers, those who make that property profitable. So workers wanted a society where means of production as well as the profit, it is not under the rich individuals. So workers said that means of production, this you remember, and profit, both they should not be only under rich individuals, it should be equally divided. So from here comes the term of socialism. As I said, we'll study socialism term here. What is the meaning? This led to the beginning of principle of socialism as a solution to industrial societies. Because we are studying here 1850s, because these were the years when industrial revolution had, it was in its first phase, or you can say initial years. In industrial societies, most of the industry owners, they were all corrupt. They didn't want to share their profit with the workers, so workers were facing a lot of problems. So this problem only led to this term socialism, beginning of socialism in societies. So what is socialism? It means where means of production are owned by the government or group of workers. Means no one person is not the owner of any factory, means of production, factory or whatever means of production. It is either owned by the government or by the group of workers. By this what will happen, when group of workers, they are the owner, means all those who are working in the industry, they are the owners, then there will be no one to exploit them, right? They will be working together and they will be sharing the profit together. So the evils in the society will not exist, right? So social welfare. So they thought if society as a whole controlled the production and profit, then more attention would be paid to the social interest, collective social interest and welfare. So if all the members of society, they will be working at one place and they work equally, they share the profit, then more effort or more attention will not be towards individual profit, but it will be towards collective social profit or collective social interest or welfare. Means it will lead to the welfare of society, not only to the welfare of the owner of factory. Okay, I hope I am making some sense. So the concept of private property, socialists were completely against. Why they were against? I have given you examples. Completely against private property or the concentration of property by the rich individuals. This led to increasing gap between the rich and poor. What led to? By this we mean private property, okay, or by exploitation of the workers by the owners of the industries. So this led to increasing gap between the rich and the poor. The conditions of the workers could not improve if the capitalists would only think about their profit. Now, what is the term capitalists? Capitalists are these rich people only, those who are the owners of means of production or those who are the owners of industries or factories. Okay, so workers said that their conditions will never improve or will not improve till the time capitalists would think only about their profit, their own profit. Okay, so workers needed to remove the capitalists and the rule of private property. So need of the time was that capitalists and private property, it should come to an end if they want that they also become prosperous in their lives. So this was the need of the hour. So now socialist ideas spread throughout Europe by 1870s. Till now we were studying 1850s. So now by 1870s, such ideas against capitalists or against private property, such socialist ideas, they spread to other parts of Europe as well. Now there were few philosophers, as I said before, those who had given their ideas that if society will not have private property, then how the society will run. So among such philosophers one such philosopher was Louis Blanc, who wanted that France government to support cooperatives and replace the capitalist enterprise. Now this was the first idea of cooperative society. You will call the idea of Louis Blanc as cooperatives. Okay, cooperative idea. This idea of cooperatives, it was first given by Louis Blanc. Now what do we mean by cooperatives? Cooperatives means where members of society or different societies, they cooperate with each other, they work together and then they share the profit. Same concept. Okay, so this, he was from France. He said that government should support cooperatives and replace the capitalist enterprise. Now while other socialists, they felt that cooperatives could not be built on a wide scale by individual society. So he was amongst Louis Blanc. He said that government should support the cooperatives because he believed, while others I mean Louis Blanc only. Louis Blanc believed that cooperatives will not work if it is not supported by the government, means only individual effort towards cooperatives, it will not work. Okay, there was one more such philosopher named as Robert Owen. He believed that cooperatives will work with the individual effort, means we don't require any help of the government. So Robert Owen had built cooperative community called New Harmony in USA, Indiana. Indiana is the name of one state found in USA. Okay, as it is shown in map here, we have Indiana state in USA. There Robert Owen built a cooperative community and the name of cooperative community was New Harmony. Okay, so these two philosophers, I hope clear to you. Robert Owen, he built one cooperative society in Indiana named as New Harmony, and Louis Blanc, he gave the idea of cooperatives which should be run by the government, but Robert Owen, he believed that cooperatives should run through people only. We don't require the help of government. Now to this body of ideas were added by Karl Marx. Now we'll go back to the topic where we were studying about Karl Marx. So Karl Marx had different ideas. According to him, that major ideas of Karl Marx, it was in the favor of workers. He wanted that workers should overthrow capitalism. Okay, so his major ideas were in the favor of workers. Now this was all about making society socialist under the topic socialism comes to Europe. Now in this under the same topic only there is one subtopic named as support for socialism. Now as we said that socialist ideas they spread to different parts of Europe. So how the support started gathering? Okay. So socialist ideas spread through Europe by 1870s. So to coordinate their ideas one international body was made, okay, because in different countries these ideas are being discussed. There needs to be one international platform where these all countries they will discuss their ideas, okay. There needs to be one international body. So such body came into existence which was called Second International. Name of the body was Second International. Remember this. One more question is asked, name the international body which was formed to coordinate the ideas of socialist. Okay, so this was Second International body. So under this body only now workers in England and Germany they began forming associations. Workers started forming unions, their associations, so that they could fight for better living and working conditions. So they started forming unions and protesting for their better living conditions and working conditions. They also set up funds to help the other members in the, this I will show you in other slide. There you will better understand this topic. Now these associations of workers, they worked closely with Social Democratic Party in Germany. In Germany there was one political party named as Social Democratic Party. So this party basically they worked with the workers and helped in winning the parliamentary seat. So this party with the help of workers it got parliamentary seats. Similarly in Britain this party was known as Labour's Party which was given support by labourers or the workers, and a socialist party was formed in France. Okay, so under this influence, only under the influence of socialism, in different countries different parties were formed. In Germany we have seen Social Democratic Party, and then in Britain Labour Party, and in France Socialist Party. These parties were formed by 1905. Now till 1914 socialists did not succeed in forming government in Europe. Though here we have said that they were able to manage to win parliamentary seats to affect the decision making process, but they could never form government, or you can say they did not get those number of seats which were required to form government. Okay, but they had yes seats in parliament by which they could affect decision making process. This is how support for socialism it started arising in Europe. You can understand this from here better. I will take you on to these slides. Now, this would finally lead to a communist society where there won't be any class and everyone would be having equal status. Now we have come back to the topic where we were studying Karl Marx. Okay, so these slides which are like this picture you take as revision of the topic whatever we complete. After that I am showing you these slides for revision purpose. So as Karl Marx's idea, we have seen that he was major in the favor of workers. He wanted that workers should overthrow capitalism, okay, and they should have revolution, and then they should a group of workers or the society together they should own the society. Means of production. So when this society will be formed, so society will be called communist society. There will be no class and everyone would be having the equal status. This was the communist society which Karl Marx was talking about. Now this topic which we have just now read, support for socialism, this is a revision of that. To coordinate the efforts, a body called Second International was formed by socialist and labor parties. Name of the party, name of the organization is Second International. Workers in England and Germany, they formed associations to fight better living and working conditions. Why the parties were formed? So that they could fight for their better living conditions and better working conditions. Then by 1905, socialists and trade unionists, they formed Labour Party in Britain and Socialist Party in France. In France and Britain also these parties were formed. So these associations helped the Social Democratic Party of Germany to win parliamentary seats. We have already discussed this. So they started to collect funds now to help their other members in times of need and demanded less working hours. Now this, as I said a few minutes back, that we will discuss this later because you will understand here better. Now, as workers formed unions, they formed associations. In these associations, they started collecting funds. Funds means, you can see as in this picture, they started giving some share of their earnings, collecting it, okay, means money. They started saving, and so why did they save? So that to help their other members in times of need, okay, because there were sometimes times when there is no job, and sometimes workers were fired from industries, factories, okay. So in such times they could help their other counterparts or their other colleagues or the co-workers, and also they demanded less working hours. This always had been the demand of workers because those days working hours were too long. So by forming such unions, by forming unity among the workers, they worked demanded for the less working hours. I hope I am able to make you clear this topic. Topic was actually too easy. It is actually this small only, from this to this slide. I have just tried to make picturize. I collected from different sources so that you can picturize everything and you understand it better way. I can just revise for you so that you don't get confused. In the coming of socialism topic, here there is one subtopic named as making a socialist society, okay. These all points we study under the topic making a socialist society. As I write with fingers so it doesn't come out good. Okay, so here in making socialist society, you will first start with that socialists believed that private property was the root of all social evils. Because why? Because you will say that they always thought of their profit, they never thought of the welfare of workers. Then you will come to, if society will not run through with private property, then how society will run. Then you will give example of Louis Blanc and Robert Owen, okay. That Louis Blanc and Robert Owen, they have given, Robert Owen gave the idea of cooperative societies, and he formed one cooperative society in USA, Indiana, which was named as New Harmony. But his ideas were opposed by Louis Blanc. He said that cooperatives will not work with individual effort, so the support of government is required. Now to these body of ideas, Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, they added their ideas. They explained that conditions of workers could not improve as capitalists exist. So first of all, even before making cooperatives, workers had to overthrow the rule of capitalism and had to construct radically socialist society. Okay, major idea of Karl Marx was that workers have to take the initiative. No one will come to help them. There is nothing like angel who will come to help them. They have to take the initiative so that they can fight for their rights. Okay, this was all. Then you have seen support for socialism. In that topic, we just studied that these ideas were spread to other parts of Europe, and to coordinate these ideas, one international body named as Second International was formed. Then in different parts of Europe, different labor unions were formed. You will give example of, in Germany, Social Democratic Party. Workers helped this party to win the seats in parliament. Then Labour Party in Britain and Socialist Party in France. Okay, then you will, in end, you can say that by 1940, socialists could not form government in Europe. After that, so we will see. Okay, then you will also write that workers, they started raising funds so that in future these funds could be used to help the other members of the union. This was all about making a socialist society, that what were the ideas of these people to make society socialist, and how the support for socialism started coming from different parts of Europe. Hope you are clear with the topic. If you have any doubt, please let me know in the comment section. I always try to put the notes in the comment section. I hope you go through there. Thanks for watching.